We're now on to the shell, which is made in two parts. We do the top part of the shell and the bottom part of the shell separately. The top part of the shell includes this bit that goes around. I call this the skirt of the shell. Okay, so now you need to choose your darker colour green, and once again we're going to make a magic circle. So lay your yarn across your fingers, wrap round the back, across at the front and uncrossed at the back. Take your hook under your first, over your top, and over your top second, and pull through. Do a little twist, take that second one again, and then bring it through that loop. Into your magic circle, you're going to put 6 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're then going to pull your magic circle tight, and remember to put a stitch marker in that first one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, the last one you've just done. Going into the first one for your next stitch. So put your stitch marker in the last one, so you know which one that one is. And then you go, that first stitch is where you're going into next, and you're going to put 2 double crochets into each stitch. So 1 and into the same stitch, 2 into the next one, 1 and 2 into the same stitch, to the next one, 1 and 2 into the same one, keep going round into the next stitch, 1 and 2, and then into the next stitch, 1 and 2, and then you should be back round to your stitch marker. So I'll take mine out. One and 2. Pull my magic circle completely closed, so there's no gap in the middle. I'm going to put my stitch marker back in that last stitch again. And then on the next round, so we're on to round 3, we're going up to 18. So just as we've done before, that's where we do a double crochet and then an increase stitch. And we repeat that all the way around. Double crochet and an increase stitch. If you do that, I'll meet you back round after you've done the final stitch. And now we're back all the way around, so I've put my stitch marker back in again. You should have finished with an increase stitch, and we're on to round 4 where we're going up to 24 stitches. So that's a repeat again like before, double crochet, and then an increase. So that's 2 in the same one. Follow that repeat all the way around, so double crochet, increase, repeat that until you get to the last one, which should again be an increase stitch. And you should now have 24 stitches, and we're increasing up to 30 in this next round. So again, same repeat as before, double crochet, double crochet, double crochet, and then your increase stitch. So that's your 2 in 1. 1, 2 in the same stitch. Again, repeat that round. So double crochet, increase. Follow that repeat all the way around to the end, and again your last stitch where your stitch marker is should be an increase stitch. And we're now on to round 6, which is another increase round. We're going up to 36 stitches this time. So your repeat is 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, 3 double crochet, 4 double crochet, and then your increased stitch, so your 2 in 1, 1, 2. Now repeat that all the way around to your stitch marker, and again your stitch marker should be your increased stitch. So we're on to round 7, where we're increasing up to 42, and we're following a similar repeat, so this time it's 5 double crochets. So double crochet 1, double crochet 2, double crochet 3, double crochet 4, double crochet 5, and then an increased stitch, which is your 2 in 1. So 1, 2 in the same stitch. So follow that round, and again your stitch marker should be your increased stitch. And we're now on to round 8, which is another increase round. We're increasing up to 48 stitches. So again, it's a very similar repeat, but this time it's 6 double crochets. So 1 double crochet, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then your increased stitch. 1, 2 in the same stitch. And again, follow that repeat all the way around until you get to your stitch marker again, which should be an increased stitch. We now have 48 stitches, and in round 9 we're increasing up to 54 stitches. So again, a very similar increase, but this time it's 7 double crochets. So 1 double crochet, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then your increased stitch should come next. So increase 1, 2 in the same stitch. Now repeat that all the way around, and again your increase should be at your stitch marker, and you should have 54 stitches at the end. We've now got 54 stitches, and we're doing our final increase round for now, which is up to 60 stitches. So again, it's a very similar repeat. This time you're going to have 8 double crochets and 1 increased stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 2 in 1, 1, 2. Repeat that all the way around, and again your stitch marker should be your increased stitch, and you'll end up with 60 stitches in total. So we're now up to 60 stitches, and that's all our increases for now. We just want to get the sort of sides of the shell. So in order to do that, we're going to do 5 rounds, all of 60 stitches. So they're just 5 rounds where you put 1 stitch into each stitch of the last round. Use your stitch marker to mark your last stitch of the round before, and then just with a pencil tally off so you know you've done 5 rounds in total. I'll meet you back here once you've done all of those 5 rounds, and you should see it's looking more rounded like a shell. We're now going to be working on round 16. Now round 16 is actually what I call the little skirt of the tortoise or the turtle, and it does stick out. So in order to do round 16, we use just the front loops, not both loops. Now, we have been going through both loops each time on our stitch, but for this one we are just going to use the front loop. So you just put your crochet hook in and just loop under the first one only. That means that our skirt will then stick out because it will just be around that one. And we're going to do a very simple repeat of double crochet. Now every single one is into that front loop. Okay, so double crochet, and then in the next stitch you want an increase, which is 2 double crochet in that stitch. So 2 in the same one. Then repeat that. So just into that front loop every single time. Double crochet, next one into just the front loop, 2 double crochet. It's a very simple repeat all the way around. 1 double crochet into the front loop, and the next one 2 double crochet into the front loop only. Okay, so do that repeat all the way around into the front loop each time, and you'll see as you do it that it kind of sticks out a little bit already. Okay, and I'll meet you back round on the last one. And then we're on to round 17, and this is back through both loops again. So when you put your crochet hook in, you want to make sure you've got both of those parts of the stitch on it. And we're going to do a very simple repeat again. This time it's double crochet, double crochet, and then an increased stitch, so 2 in 1. 1, 2, and repeat that again. Double crochet, double crochet, and an increased stitch. Now you're going to work that all the way around, and then that's the end of this part. Okay, and now you have finished the top of the shell, so you can just do a slip stitch. So go into the next stitch, yarn over and pull through, and then just pull it straight through the loop on your hook, chain 1 and pull a loop up. You can snip that off and pull it through, and that's the end of the top of the shell. So put that to one side,